This is your everyday English class.
Hello! Welcome to English Cactus. My name is Anna.
And my name is Brian. This podcast will help you practice your English in a fun and natural way, improving your listening skills.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever spoken English and felt like people didn't react very well?
Maybe they looked a little uncomfortable or maybe a bit surprised.
And you think, wait, did I say something wrong?
Here's the truth. Maybe your English was correct, but it sounded rude.
Yes, and the worst part? You didn't even realize it.
This is very common. Many English learners sound rude without meaning to.
But don't worry. Today, we're going to help you fix that.
In this episode, you'll learn how small changes in your sentences can make you sound more polite, natural, and confident.
And don't worry if you don't understand everything the first time.
Just relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the process.
After the dialogue, we will explain everything step by step.
Vocabulary, useful phrases, and cultural tips.
So it will become much easier to understand.
And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Your support is really important to us, and you won't miss any new lessons.
Also, tell us in the comments, where are you from?
Now grab your coffee, relax.
And let's begin.
Hey, Daniel, can I ask you something?
Sure thing. What's up?
Sometimes I feel like I sound rude in English, but I don't mean to. Do you think that happens?
Oh, wow. Yes, that happens a lot, especially with learners.
Really? But why?
Well, English can sound direct, and if you don't use soft words, it can feel a little rude.
Soft words.
Yeah, like please, could you, would you mind, things like that.
Oh, I think I just say things like, give me water sometimes.
Yeah, that can sound a bit strong.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Don't worry, you're doing great. Keep going. This is normal.
So what should I say instead?
You can say, can I have some water, please? Or, could you give me some water?
That sounds nicer.
Exactly. It's more polite.
What are other situations where people sound rude?
Good question. Let's talk about 5 common ones.
Great. I want to learn something new today.
Love that energy. First, being too direct.
Like saying, I want this?
Yes, that can sound demanding.
So what should I say?
Try, I'd like this, please.
Oh, that sounds better.
Or even, could I get this?
That feels more natural.
Yes, and very common in real life.
I think I forget please sometimes.
That's very important in English culture.
Even for small things?
Yes, for example, instead of open the door, say, can you open the door, please?
Got it. And thank you too, right?
Always, even for small help.
Okay, I'll practice that every day.
Study English every day and you'll improve fast.
What about tone?
Tone is very important.
Even if the words are correct?
Yes, if your tone is too strong, it can sound rude.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, saying what can sound rude.
Oh, I say that a lot.
Try sorry or could you repeat that, please?
That sounds much better.
Exactly.
What about saying no?
Good one. Saying no directly can feel harsh.
So what can I say?
You can say, I'm sorry, I can't, or maybe another time.
That sounds softer.
Yes, it shows respect.
And the last one?
Not using small talk.
Small talk.
Yes, like saying, hi, how are you, before asking for something.
Oh, I usually go straight to the point.
That's common in many cultures, but in English it can feel cold.
So I should say something like, hi, how are you, first.
Exactly, then ask your question.
That makes sense. Wow, I didn't know these things.
Most people don't at first.
I feel a bit embarrassed now.
Hey, don't feel that way. You're learning. That's what matters.
Thanks. You're very kind.
No problem. We all learn step by step.
I'm going to practice more polite sentences now.
Great idea.
Can we practice together?
Of course.
Okay. Give me the menu.
Let's improve that.
Can I have the menu, please?
Perfect.
Bring me coffee.
Try again.
Could I get a coffee, please?
Nice, you're doing great.
This is actually fun.
Learning English can be fun when you practice like this.
What if I forget everything in a real situation?
That's okay. Use simple phrases.
Like what?
This one, please. Or, what do you recommend?
Oh, I like that one.
Very useful in restaurants.
I feel more confident now.
Good. Confidence is key.
Thank you so much for helping me today.
Anytime. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
I will. I want to speak naturally.
And you will. Just keep going.
Learn something new every day, right?
Exactly.
Thanks again, Daniel.
No problem at all.
Wow, that was a really interesting story.
Yeah, and very real, too. This happens all the time with English learners.
And just a quick message before we start. Guys, we work hard to bring you this content for free.
All right, now let's break this down step by step.
First, we'll go over some useful phrases from the dialogue.
Then vocabulary.
And finally, some cultural tips that will really help you sound more natural. Let's start with this moment. Emma said, "Give me water."
This is a very direct sentence. It's correct, but it sounds strong.
Yes, it can sound like a command.
A better way is, can I have some water, please?
Or even, "Could you give me some water?"
Both are softer and more polite.
Then Daniel said, "You're doing great. Keep going."
This is a motivational phrase, very important for learners.
You can say this to yourself too.
Yes, when you feel tired, say, keep going. I am improving.
Another version could be, "I'm getting better every day." Emma asked, "What are other situations where people sound rude?"
That's a great structure.
You can use it like, "What are other ways to improve my English?"
Or, what are other options?
Very useful in daily conversation. Emma asked, "What are other situations?"
Daniel said, good question.
Simple but powerful.
It shows interest and respect.
You can also say, "That's a great question," or "Nice question." Emma said, "I want this."
Again, correct but direct.
A softer version is, "I'd like this, please."
Or, can I get this?
These are very common in restaurants. Daniel said, "Try sorry," or "Could you repeat that, please?"
This is super important.
Instead of saying "what," which can sound rude, you can say "sorry" or "excuse me."
Or even, can you say that again, please?
Emma said, "I feel a bit embarrassed now."
This is very natural,
Learning a language can feel like this sometimes.
but it's part of the process.
You can also say, "I feel a little shy," or "I'm a bit nervous." Now let's talk about some important words from the dialogue.
These are words you should really learn and use.
The first word is polite.
Polite means kind and respectful.
For example, "She is very polite."
The opposite is rude.
So you can say, "Don't be rude, be polite." The next word is direct.
Direct means saying things in a very straight way.
For example, "He is very direct when he speaks."
Sometimes direct is good, but sometimes it sounds rude.
Another word is tone.
Tone is how your voice sounds.
Not just what he say, but how you say it.
For example, her tone was very friendly.
Or, "His tones sounded angry." Next word, embarrassed.
This means you feel a little uncomfortable or shy.
For example, "I felt embarrassed when I made a mistake."
But remember, mistakes help you learn.
Another word is common.
Common means something that happens a lot.
For example, "This mistake is very common."
Many learners make the same mistakes.
Next word, practice.
Very important word.
Practice means doing something again and again.
For example, I practice English every day.
Keep practicing. That's the key. Last word, confident.
Confident means you feel sure about yourself.
For example, "She feels confident speaking English."
And confidence comes with practice.
Now let's talk about culture.
This is very important if you want to sound natural.
In English-speaking cultures, politeness is very important.
Yes, people often use please and thank you all the time.
Even for small things.
For example, in a coffee shop, you don't say, give me coffee.
You say, "Can I have a coffee, please?"
And when you receive it, you say, thank you.
Another thing is small talk.
Yes, before asking for something, people often say, hi, how are you?
Even if it's a quick conversation.
It makes the interaction more friendly.
For example, in a store.
Hi, how are you?
"I'm good, thanks. And you?"
Good. Can I help you?
This is very common. Also, saying no is often softer.
Yes, instead of just no, people say,
"I'm sorry, I can't."
or maybe another time.
This shows respect and kindness. And one more thing, intonation.
The way your voice goes up or down.
If your voice is too strong, it can sound rude.
Even if your words are correct.
So try to sound calm and friendly.
All these small things make a big difference.
Yes, and they help you sound more natural.
And more confident, too.
Keep going, you're doing great. All right, now we're going to help you build your own sentences.
Yes, this is where you start speaking more naturally.
Don't worry if it feels difficult at first.
Keep going. You're doing great.
Let's start with a simple and very useful structure.
Can I have?
For example,
Can I have a coffee, please?
"Can I have some water, please?"
You can use this in restaurants, cafes, or even at home.
Another great structure is,
I'd like.
for example,
I'd like a sandwich, please.
"I'd like a small coffee."
This sounds polite and very natural.
Now let's try something more flexible.
Could you?
For example,
Could you help me?
"Could you open the door, please?"
This is perfect when you ask for help.
What if you don't understand something?
Great question.
You can say, "Sorry?
Could you repeat that, please?
Can you say that again?"
Much better than just saying, what?
Now, imagine you're nervous.
It happens to everyone.
You can use simple phrases like,
This one, please.
"What do you recommend?"
Can I get this?
These are easy and very useful. Let's do a quick practice.
Repeat with us.
"Can I have a coffee, please?"
I'd like a sandwich.
"Could you help me, please?"
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Very good.
Study English every day and you will improve.
Now, we're going to repeat the dialogue again.
Yes, and this time it will be easier to understand.
Try to listen carefully.
And notice the polite expressions.
Relax, enjoy, and learn something new. So, let's do a quick recap of what you learned today.
You learned that sometimes, even when your English is correct, it can sound rude.
And that small changes like using please, could you, and I'd like make a big difference.
We also talked about tone, small talk, and how to say no in a polite way.
These are simple things, but they can completely change how people see you when you speak English.
Now let me ask you, are you going to keep speaking the same way?
Or are you ready to sound more natural, more confident, and more polite?
Because the truth is, you already have what you need.
You just need to practice.
So next time you speak English, try one small change.
Add a please. Use could you. Start with, "Hi, how are you?"
Step by step, you will improve.
Keep going. You're doing great.
Study English every day, even if it's just a little.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Now tell us in the comments,
Have you ever sounded rude in English without realizing it?
what will you change after this lesson?
If this episode helped you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Share this with a friend who is learning English too.
And keep practicing with us.
Keep improving.
Take care.
And see you in the next episode.